PGA Tour begins its Florida swing. It'll be the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Rory McIlroy and the stars of the tour are in Florida, as is Jeff Passan of the Mothership, senior baseball insider. Before we get to Jeff, this statement from Major League Baseball. The uniform pants have the same material and thickness as the uniform pants used last season. There were changes to the fabric of the jersey, not the pants, baseball said. A baseball spokesman told ESPN that Nike, Fanatics, and MLB representatives have been making adjustments to the jerseys based on player requests made during spring training. Now, there was a report, or at least some of the players said the pants are see-through. Let's bring in Jeff Passan. Jeff, of all the things I've ever had you on, I don't know if I've ever had you on for see-through pants. So how did we get here with the uniform change or changes in Major League Baseball?
And I'm just hoping there's not see-through pants under your desk right there.
I don't have pants on.
Beauty. Major League Baseball can say all that it wants, that the material of the pants is the same, and that this is just a change in the fit of them or the ability to customize them. But the truth, like the only thing that matters is that we've seen things that we should not see this spring and that we have not seen in past springs. We have seen twig and berries, if you want to call it that, or
wow.
I mean,
wow.
Junk, however you want to put it. We done seen it so far, and that is the change from the past.
That gives a whole new meaning to junk ball pitcher. So, okay, how did baseball not know that this was happening?
When you go through a new manufacturing process, there are always errors that come out. And that to me is the most frustrating thing about this entire story. I cover a sport, Dan, whose resonance among fans isn't quite the same as it used to be, and that is always looking for entrees into new groups of people to watch. And if your marketing is, you can see our players' nether regions, something's not going right there. And the immediate reaction, the very simple reaction to this should not be, but wait, they were see-through in years past too, which is what Major League Baseball's trying to say right now, and which may be true. But the important thing is fixing the issue that you've got right now. And it doesn't seem as if they're doing a whole lot to fix this or change it. And that's the frustrating part of it, that everyone's kind of pointing fingers at one another. Nike is the new manufacturer of the uniforms, and they're looking at Fanatics and saying, it's Fanatics that's soon. And Fanatics is looking at Nike and saying, well, we're just going off the designs that they sent us. And you don't solve problems by pointing fingers. This is a problem because I am on the Dan Patrick Show, and the first question that he asked me was about the ability to see players through their pants. Like, if that's not a problem that you should be out there trying to solve instantaneously, you've taken the wrong path.
But I have a problem, though, that the jerseys, I mean, I had these uniforms when I was in Little League where they would take an iron and then they could, put your name on or your number on, and you're going to probably still charge the same to fans. Like, there's no raised lettering here. I mean, there's nothing that says, boy, that's quality here.
No, it looks like a minor league uniform. And I don't even mean like minor league baseball. I mean like weekend guys going to the park. It's Chico's bail bonds. That's what it looks like right now. And you don't understand how much better the large lettering looks until you see the small lettering. But we had an example of this just last year, Dan. Do you remember during the World Baseball Classic, Great Britain's uniforms?
Yes.
It looked like Times New Roman 12-point font. And we saw just how goofy it can be when the lettering compared to the people who are wearing the actual letters is as small as it is. And to have those sorts of jerseys now, it's just been catastrophic from top, literally, to unfortunately bottom.
Showing your bottom. Help me understand expansion, the possible expansion. I know you've mentioned two cities. Is there a time frame for expansion with Major League Baseball?
Yeah, but it's probably not until the end of this decade. So we're a while off here. And I think the process would probably be a little bit quicker because expansion fees are going to be obscene. We're talking $2+ billion, Dan, per franchise. When the last time baseball expanded, it was like $130 million expansion fee. So it's enormous money. There are people who are motivated to do it. The problem is there are a couple of issues that need to be resolved first. Tampa Bay and Oakland, the Rays are trying to get a new stadium in St. Pete. And while it looks promising, they've got to pass a couple of votes before it goes through. Oakland, on the other hand, as much of a disaster as the uniforms have been this spring, the A's are probably ahead of them just in terms of messing things up. And so while they've got agreements in place to play in Las Vegas for the 2028 season, there is no shovel in the ground yet. There's not going to be for a while now. And ineptitude is really the modus operandi of the Oakland A's ownership at this point. And so I don't think anybody thinks it's a fait accompli that they're going to end up in Las Vegas. And that's been hanging over the game. And Rob Manfred has said, we're not going to do anything until Tampa and Oakland are resolved. Beyond that, while Major League Baseball can unilaterally say, hey, we want to expand, the actual expansion process needs the Major League Baseball Players Association's backing. And that's the sort of thing that doesn't happen until a collective bargaining agreement is negotiated. And so part of the CBA after the 2026 season, when it expires, is going to include expansion processes. How do you draft guys? When do they start picking minor leaguers? Those sorts of things. And until those are in place, it's really impossible to say, yes, you go ahead and get that stadium started and crank on this franchise, because the stadiums are costing $1 billion, $1.5 billion, $2 billion. The two cities you mentioned, Nashville, which has been promoting this Nashville Stars brand successfully for a while now, and Salt Lake City, which has this sprawling, enormous plan that the Miller family is going to pay $3.5 billion to make come a reality. Those are the two favorites right now. But when you have so many years, Dan, until the actual expansion is going to take place, weird things can happen in terms of who's a favorite and who falls back in the pack.
I think I said Nashville Sounds.
That's the AAA team.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. Don't worry.
Just
You're
wanted to make sure.
yet.
Will Shohei Ohtani be playing in April?
Yes. I think he'll probably be playing in March. I think he'll be playing in Korea.
Okay.
The plan this whole time, at very least, they had a template for it, and that template was him. Because remember, he's had Tommy John surgery and gone out and hit the next season. So he knows what his body needs. He knows when he needs rest. He knows when he can push. He knows what he's feeling. All these things, when he's been taking live batting practice, he's looked like Shohei Ohtani. I was there for his first live BP, and he absolutely crushed a home run off of JP Fireisen. So he's going to be fine. I just think they're being very judicious about it because, remember, you don't pay a guy $700 million coming off of, his second major elbow procedure unless you reasonably think he's going to be pitching again. And so while that's not going to be this season, the Dodgers want to do everything they can to ensure that when he comes back, he is the same quality pitcher that he was, or at least as close to that sort of pitcher that he was before he got hurt.
Hopefully we won't be talking see-through clothes the next time I have you on. But
it's hilarious to me. Like, it's kind of sad and it's a little embarrassing. And when people who aren't fans of baseball are texting you saying, "Hey, when did baseball turn into porn?" Like that's not sort of the thing that you're exactly excited about hearing, but I find it hilarious, and I will talk about sheer pants with you
I
anytime,
like
Dan
that.
Patrick.
That is hot. Thank you, Jeff.
Take it easy, buddy.
That's Jeff Passan of the Mothership Baseball Insider. I don't know. Maybe it's a ratings ploy.
That is hot.
That is hot.